Lydia suffered a severe hypoxic brain injury after giving birth to our son, Bastian.
You had a brain injury. You were in a coma.
A brain injury during childbirth is extremely rare. Lydia receives compensation for her ongoing care. She's surrounded by her family who are dedicated to giving her a good life.
I want people to know that even though she's not able to do all the things that she used to be able to do, she's still the same person inside.
What are you whispering?
Sometimes I think that she kind of understands everything. Sometimes I get the idea that she is just fully aware of her situation and what's happened. But other times it definitely feels like she can wake up and she can just be confused. Lydia is my wife. She's my best friend. It's the mother to our child, Bastian. This morning, Bastian got a bit upset because he wanted to stay home to celebrate Halloween. I said, oh, it's not a public holiday, Bastian. Lydia suffered a severe hypoxic brain injury after giving birth to our son, Bastian. Basically, she wasn't getting enough oxygen to her brain after the birth, and so that caused a global brain injury. So there's always at least 2 people with Lydia 24/7.
She just woke up.
Yep. How was she last night?
She's good. Yeah. Like, she had this 1 hour sleep around 1, then she woke up like before 3.
They work in 8-hour shifts. That's needed because she has a rare situation where she's really not able to do anything by herself.
Lydia, can you say bye to your carers last night?
Bastian is 5 years old now. Lydia, good morning. When he goes into her room, if her eyes definitely perk up, she wants to experience that.
Okay.
Bastian's just getting ready for school.
Lydia, sunblock, Lydia. Yeah, Lydia, we're going to hoist you to your chair, okay? Going up, Lydia. And I'll go in the back. Smile if you like it, Lids. You like it? She's so happy, jolly person in spite of her situation. She always give us her smile.
Lydia is still capable of joy and happiness and living experiences and able to express herself in any way she can. I want her to be happy.
Lydia, here is your perfume that Christian gave to you, right?
She was the funniest person I had ever met. She was always so warm and kind, and she would always kind of light up a room. She was always like the heart of the family. Every day I'm really sad that Bastian hasn't been able to see Lydia like that. Because I always think if Bastian had known Lydia before her injury, she would have been his favorite person.
Yeah, but let's go, okay?
Wait, we have to walk to school.
Yeah.
We're going to drive to school.
Okay, let's go.
You know, trying to make sure that they're able to form a bond. So it's been hard trying to really find a connection.
You want to race? Okay, let's go.
Keep going.
Feeling refreshed, Lydia?
Let's go at the deck lids and have sunbathing and have a fresh air, Lydia. You hungry, Lydia? Oops. You hungry? Huh? You're hungry? Close your eyes if yes. Oh yeah, you're hungry.
So she's not able to safely chew and swallow food. So she has a peg in her left side that she's able to eat that way. That's also how she takes her medication. I'd love it if she would be able to eat again because she loves food. That's what I would really, really want if she were able to eat.
Hi, I'm in Pavilion in KL. We have this beard poppers durian pop. So good.
Lydia is a very, very good girl, so obliging, so kind. She never got angry with us.
Lydia is our youngest. She is a very gentle. She loves children. She was early childhood teacher. She loved the kids.
Lydia moved from Malaysia to New Zealand when she was 12 years old to live with her sister.
We were still working in Malaysia. New Zealand is for the purpose of her higher education.
I just remember the moment that she texted me saying, "Oh, I'm going to take a pregnancy test." You know, this would have been 4 or 5 months after we got married, and it was positive. She was just like, I think she was on her bed, like going like this, like she was ecstatic. She was so happy. It was a very complicated childbirth the whole way through. Once Bastian finally came out, he wasn't really responding, so he had to quickly go to the newborn intensive care unit. And Lydia just started hemorrhaging a lot. They said that Lydia was asking for me, and so I went back in there, and she looked really pale. She had clearly lost a lot of blood. We were talking, and she was saying that she was cold. Luckily, another doctor came in to just check on her, and that's when he noticed that the bleeding hadn't stopped. She had to get the blood transfusion, and I just remember her telling me that she loves me, and I loved her too, and then I had to leave. After the blood transfusion, she had lost so much blood that she wasn't getting the oxygen to her brain, and that's what caused the hypoxic brain injury.
Eventually, Lydia was in the ICU for a week or so. Doctor put on the ventilator, And doctor tests her respond, she can't respond. So they realize it's a severe brain damage.
She was in a coma for around about 3 weeks. Her eyes had started to open a lot more, and we could see that she was looking around the room, looking at different people.
Lydia, say hi, Bastion. Hi, Bastion.
You are going to
You're gonna say hi, Bastion.
No.
Gonna say hi, Bastion.
The first thing was that her parents were giving her a foot bath. And it must have been just such an amazing, kind of feeling. And her face just lit up and she just started smiling.
Wow, mommy's so happy, no? Yeah. Wow.
And then after that, her sister asked her, if you can hear me, blink your eyes.
If you can hear Jie, shut your eyes. Oh my goodness, so happy.
Yeah, so those 2 moments gave us such hope for the future and hope that she would recover. It's hard to gauge exactly how much she can understand about what's happened and where she is now.
Did you ask what happened? Yeah. Okay. You had a brain injury. You were in a coma. And then all of a sudden you started smiling again. It was such a good day. And then I just thought, oh, okay, life is gonna be okay.
She likes spending time with family and joking around and laughing. Cool, and then press it again. I want people to know that Lydia is still with us, even though she's, not able to do all the things that she used to be able to do. She's still the same person inside there. All right, we'll go for a little drive to the park for a bit, okay? Are you comfy, Lydia? Everyone's getting a bit uncomfortable. We're almost there. I can't go too fast with this van because Lydia bumps around a little bit.
Daddy coming yet?
Yeah, you want to go in the sand pit? Sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
Can you play this with me?
Yeah, in a second, okay? We put you in the shade first? Too hot, maybe? Yeah, let's go. Okay. Do you want to just go home? We might need to head back home. He was a bit uncomfy.
Said.
I know, bud.
Said we would do this.
We might be able to go back out later. It's just because Mommy's a bit uncomfy. Just gotta make sure everyone's comfortable. Like if there was a window that I could see myself 5 years ago to now, I don't know if I'd recognize myself. I probably would be terrified looking at the situation now from then. Once you process it a little bit and let yourself be sad and angry and go through everything, once you get to acceptance, you're kind of able to think about it and realize that life doesn't stop. Although you still hope or wish that things could have worked out differently, it doesn't matter. Things didn't work out differently. Things are how they are. And given enough time, you're able to kind of figure out how to keep going and how to live this new life. Maybe there's like a certain amount of sadness it takes to write a song, I find. So when I met Lydia, I kind of stopped writing music. You know, after Lydia's injury, suddenly I had a lot of inspiration and a lot to write about, and I kind of consciously decided to really let it all out and wear my heart on my sleeve for a lot of the songs. All of these songs, they have one subject.
The pandemic had been hard for Olive, but Olive had endured it. Olive's best friend, Isabel Goodrow, who lived 2 doors down from her, had taken a bad fall. Carol's brain injury was 2002. It requires her to have 24/7 care because she's paralysed down the right-hand side. We had been married 25 years and been together for 27 when this happened. So I think we are fortunate in the sense that we had been together from a very young age. And so I'd been used to Carol supporting me through all of the things that I'd ever done, and she was always there, and it just seemed to me a natural thing to then offer the support to her. It was rumoured that he was now living out near the old fairgrounds in a Hatfield housing unit. You all right? You've fallen asleep already?
Yeah, Mark. How you doing?
Hey, yeah, nice to meet you,
Nice to meet
Christian.
you. Come on in.
Serious brain injury like our wives have, though. Nobody writes about it much because not many people survive it.
No.
And then the missing piece is how do you cope with it as a partner,
Yeah.
as a husband or a partner to somebody with it.
I think that's been one of the hardest things. You know, I've said to her a few times, I just wish you could talk.
Yeah.
I just wish you could talk to me.
It's that bit when you're going through your hard times in your life, the things that you would normally share with your partner.
And you need them.
You rely on your partner so much for that.
Yeah.
And suddenly you're there with nobody that can fulfill that role.
It's pretty lonely.
Yeah. You think you love somebody deeply when you've been together that long. But when you go through this and you go through the hard times together, there's something even deeper that you find what you were saying.
Yeah.
You know, they're a different person to a degree.
Yeah, but you still love them.
You still love them.
And yeah, I mean, you kind of just can't help but love them.
Yeah.
We've all found a strength to keep going even when, you know, times are pretty tough. And I don't know if it's easier now, but I definitely feel like I'm stronger now than I was, you know, 5 years ago.
Yeah, this is your clothes. You like it? Lydia? Okay.
You smile, she said yes.
Okay, thank you. Going to lift you, Lydia. Okay. Count 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. Are you happy, Lydia? Close your eyes if yes. Yeah. She blink her eyes. Thank you. When she blink, lotion. Yeah. You smell the lotion, eh? She's making sounds. I told you, Lydia.
What are you whispering?
You will see later, Christian, eh?
Okay, we'll see you later, okay? All right, don't be too long. See you soon.
Don't close your mouth. Okay? There. Can you do that for me? Nice one. Yeah. Lydia, open your eyes.
Oh, so pretty.
Ready for tonight.
You're so pretty and beautiful.
She was always really encouraging. She always enjoyed watching me play. She knew that, you know, it was something that I was really passionate about. And it's okay. See you soon, okay? Let's go. These guys always complain that I put too many chords in my songs. So in response to that, I wrote this song, which has every chord in it.
Rosie, you hang me out to dry.
For her injury, if I was playing a show, she'd always come visit. So I think it's important that Lydia continues to go out and do things and try and live just a regular life. She's still here, so we're still playing shows and she'll still watch me play. Thank you.
I know that I say it, haven't tried to leave my body. Leave my
It is difficult for her, but there's not a day that goes by that I don't hear her laugh and smile and enjoy little things like going out and feeling the warmth of the sun. I think going through something like this can really change your whole perspective on what it means to live a happy life.